The first thing that I love about living here in Medellin, Colombia, which I didn't expect to like so much, was the fact the city is full of nature and specifically birds. When you wake up first thing in the morning, all you hear is the birds singing outside your door or outside your balcony window, and it's really a nice way to wake up in the morning. This is something that I just did not have when I lived back in London, the UK, and despite being in a busy, bustling, lots going on city, which Medellin is, you are still surrounded by nature. I think Colombia has the highest biodiversity of birds in the world. I think it's just under 1900 different types of bird species, and a lot of them are in Antioquia. The most part of them are in the Amazon, I think, but basically there are loads of birds here, and just being able to lie in bed in the morning listening to them before you get on with your day is one of the best ways to start your morning. And this is something that I really love, honestly, and it's a good example, one of those little things in life which you can really enjoy to the fullest here, which I wasn't able to in London. So that's the first point. The birds and the nature in Medellin are next level. Now the second one, I never knew that Colombia was such an early morning place. At 5 a.m. you'll see kids queuing up to get the bus. They start school early, they also finish early, but I'm a morning person as well. I like getting my stuff done in the morning. After about kind of 1 or 2 p.m. I've kind of lost my mojo for the day, and so doing everything in the morning, having lots of people awake, up and about, doing things, wanting to be productive, go for coffees, that kind of thing, I really love, and it kind of ties in with my own lifestyle preferences really well. I think in the UK, mainly because of the weather, especially during the winter months, people just do things a lot later. People stay up late, people get up late as well. But here, maybe because of the weather, maybe because it's just a different culture completely, people like to get up early, everyone does stuff early. Now this can be seen as a con as well, because there's lots of discussion in Colombia about making kids waking up super early to go to school, because it's just kind of like, what is the point of them going to school that early, things like that. So I do appreciate there are two sides of the argument here, but for the sake of what I enjoy and what kind of fits my lifestyle, I love the fact that Colombians are early morning risers. People like to get things done early, shops are open early, people like to exercise first thing in the morning. It's just really great, and I just did not expect to enjoy that so much. The third point are the clouds and the sky here in Medellin. You will never get bored of looking up at the sky and seeing what's happening. Quite often, one part of the city will be kind of torrentially raining. You'll see lots of black clouds on that side, and on the other side, you'll see clear blue sky. You see amazing sun rays coming down, and it just means you never get bored from looking out on your terrace or your balcony, because most apartments here do have great views. They do have balconies. It's just a nice thing to do, either in the morning or the afternoon. It's just sit on your balcony, look out over the sky. You don't need to be doing anything specific. You can just be enjoying what you're seeing. Now, I lived in Sydney, Australia for 6 months, and granted the lifestyle there is great, but I just got really bored of clear blue skies all day, every day. I never saw any clouds. There was no variety in the sky. You didn't see crazy storm formations. There wasn't any of that going on. It was just kind of the same each day and every day. But here it is the complete opposite. And because of the geography of where Medellin is and Antioquia, which is the region that Medellin is the capital of, it gets a lot of thunderstorms yearly, monthly, and so it's just interesting. It's just interesting to look up at the sky. You can see what's going on. It means you'll never get bored. The downsides of that is that it can rain at zero notice, and so Colombians tend to walk around with umbrellas in their bags, because it can be sunny for half an hour and the weather can change in an instant, and it can be torrentially downpouring when you least expect it. So that's the third point. The clouds in the sky here are just really interesting. Ironically, as always, at the time of shooting this video, the sky isn't that interesting. It's a little bit overcast this morning, but still, it's not too bad, and you never know, later on it might be completely different. So that's the third point. I love the sky and the clouds here. Okay, now the fourth point, a little bit controversial here, so you guys will probably let me know in the comments, but I absolutely love taking Uber Motos wherever I can here. So the first time I came to Colombia, I didn't take Uber Motos, I just took regular ones. It took me a few months to kind of bring myself around to taking them, but now that I have and I've got used to them, I'm not really scared anymore. Oh, it's just such a great way to get around the city. It's significantly cheaper than regular Ubers. It's significantly faster as well than regular Ubers, and it's also just fun. I don't think there are too many things in life nowadays where you get that rush of adrenaline. You know, you're going fast, you're weaving through the traffic, you're seeing these crazy views, you're not encased in anything, and so you really feel like you're out there on the road with nothing to protect you. Of course, the downside of that is it is significantly more dangerous driving around in an Uber Moto compared to a regular Uber, but it just ties in with the motorbike culture here. I really love it. I'm completely converted, and this might change if I have an accident in the future. Touch wood, I don't. But again, because of the geography of Medellin, because of how mountainous it is, because you get crazy views all the time, it's maybe one of the most fun cities in the world to drive around on a motorbike, just because you're going up, you're going down, around, there's lots to see. It's not just flat kind of motorway the whole time. And when I was back in London during Christmas to see friends and family, I've really missed taking Uber Motos, honestly. And in the future, I will probably rent a motorbike to see if I like driving one. And if I do, I'll end up buying one because I just really think it's a fun, cheap, efficient and effective way to get around the city. So that's the fourth point. If you were to ask me a year ago, Harry, would you be a motorbike fan? I would have said easily no. But hey, times change, people change. And this is one thing that I now love, which I didn't expect to before I moved to Medellin, Colombia. And the last point, everyone takes really good care of themselves here. They have clean trainers, they smell good, they're wearing nice clothes. And so it's made me level up my own kind of hygiene, clothes, shoe game. Don't get me wrong, it's not like back in London I was walking around like a homeless tramp, but I never used to clean my trainers that often. I never used to wash them, making sure they're sparkling clean, for example. But now I do. A couple of times a week, I'll clean my trainers. And being a neat freak that I am, I just honestly really love that. So here in Colombia, a lot of guys would be walking around with fresh haircuts all the time. Maybe they'll have a haircut a week, maybe 2 haircuts a week, and women will have nice hair, they'll always have nice nails, they'll always be super presentable. Basically, just men and women take good care of themselves here, which I really like, because there's nothing worse than walking around a town or city full of people who just look haggard, they don't look after themselves, they might be smelly, they don't have nice clothes on, they don't look well groomed or looked after, whereas that is the opposite here. The vast majority of people are well groomed, they're well kept, and it's just nice to be in that kind of environment. And yeah, it keeps you on your toes as well. It means you can't be walking around looking too haggard, you have to wear clean trainers all the time, you have to kind of make an effort with your appearance, which is just a self-respect thing, and I really love that, and I did not expect to like that so much before I moved here. So there you have it, guys, the 5 things that I love about living here in Medellin, Colombia, which I didn't expect to when I was living back in the UK before I took the plunge. See you in the next video.